Okay, now it works. How about that? With the camera all messed up. I'm fixing to have to. Oh, they really want to mess with me on this one, don't they? I don't know why. They put it out mainstream. Oh, they had to hold me up, though. No worries. We will get this mounted in its mount again. Oh my God, I'm on top of a mountain, people. I'm trying to bring you the truth from the top of the mountain like Moses. And I know we done been through the wilderness. Oh my God. Okay. This is almost too hard to believe. I'm just gonna put this out there. I'll give it a minute for some people to get into the room because I didn't put it up that I was gonna go live. But listen, I have a hard time even getting my mind wrapped around this. But they put it on the news. Everything that I've known about killing any kind of bacteria or virus or anything, if you're treating water, you know you can treat it with bleach. You can treat it with oh man, there's all kinds of different chemicals that you can use, but bleach has always been a big one. Anything chlorine, chloride mixture. And then if you have algae, you can kill certain kinds of algae with regular algae killer. And then you can use copper for one type, different metals, and there's antibacterial properties to even ground silver, stuff like that. Like I'm trying to get my own mind wrapped around what I'm fixing, like what I'm saying here. And there's a video. I'll put a link up. It's a news alert about someone who was in Beaumont, Texas. And I set up this live, by the way, and it messed with my other live stream so bad I had to abort and go to this one. So don't feel bad if you didn't make it here, if you were over there or something like that. So here's the thing. They were doing a live news report on a possible coronavirus case in Beaumont, Texas. And they got into talking about frequently asked questions. And the news reporter said that one of the questions that's frequently asked is, will cleaners like bleach, or I would say she didn't mention alcohol, but bleach or other type of household cleaners, would it kill the coronavirus? And the lady said that the CDC has reported that this coronavirus, although bleach and other chemicals killed other coronaviruses in the past, it will not kill this one. So I see I got a like. I got nobody in the room. I don't even care about the numbers. They got it all jacked up. They're messing with me hard. That's why I had to do another stream. I need a water here, but I'm not believing it myself. I do know, and I have known, and I was the first to report that this was a bioengineered virus. It is SARS 7.0. When I said that, I kind of figured, it being a coronavirus, that they took the last one that was virulent and made it worse. And that's what they did. They re-engineered SARS, and they have found that it had a couple of proteins that are found in AIDS, HIV. HIV causes it. So HIV virus, they found that there was spliced into it. The bat DNA was used, but that was because it was in the SARS that they originally created. They created SARS too. So, and this was a leak. It's what you call Pandora's box kind of event. I'll get into that later. It's all about just the fact that you can't kill it. So it has mixed in with it DNA from a pandora or some animal that looks like a armadillo with scales on it. I think it's a pandola or something. It looks like an armadillo if you're from the United States. So only more like an anteater or something. Well, It has DNA from that. It has DNA from a snake, which everybody has always known that anytime a virus goes from a mammal to a cold-blooded animal, that cold-blooded animal will just get colder and it'll kill the virus because it's made to live in a certain temperature. And then if you also look at it, there's another truck there. If you also look at it like if it ever went, a disease ever went from a, and it might come my lights here in a second. If a disease ever went from a cold-blooded animal to a warm-blooded animal, the warm-blooded animal would just get hotter and kill it. It would kill the virus. So having having snake DNA in it in the first place threw up some red flags in my mind. But I was like, okay, that's what they're saying it is. Maybe somehow a snake bit a bat and then got eaten by a civet cat or something. Well, no, that's definitely spliced in. And now InfoWars put out that the president of the United States is wanting to get down to the bottom of this and to see who created it and how they created it. Now, I can't speak for him or for InfoWars. I can speak for myself to know this, though. The news report that I will put a link to in the comments, and I'm sorry, the description, and I'll make it a comment. The news report, the lady said, frequently asked questions are, will bleach and household cleaners kill this 2019 version of this bioweapon that is a pathogen, epidemic, pandemic now, that's killing people? She didn't say it like that. I'm saying it like that. And the truth is, she said on television, the answer from the CDC is no. Bleach will not kill she said, even though it has killed other viruses in the past, like cold and flu and other coronaviruses, in other words, every other coronavirus it kills, this new super bioweapon that they have created in a lab somewhere and spliced into it snake DNA and all this other stuff, household cleaners won't kill it. Where does that leave us? They said basically the only way to not have it is to not get it. I'm in disbelief. I'm not believing what I'm even saying right now. I would have never thought, because everything I've been trained is that if you don't have a skin or a body with a skin on it, if you are any kind of a microbe or a everything from plankton to freaking, even though they have an outer casing, everything from any kind of a microbe, one-celled creatures all the way down to the smallest microbe, anything living, like you clean water with bleach. You like I said, you fix contaminated water, everything in it would be dead. This stuff here, they say it won't kill it. They say the CDC tested it. Bleach won't kill it. I don't know if alcohol kills or not, and I think it might. Alcohol may still kill it because, sorry, I gotta drink water. I had some crackers and went out in the cold here and then didn't even have something to drink. I had to buy a drink. So the point is that they maybe I won't get run over by this other truck. They basically they have some kind of a spray in China that they're spraying around in these trucks, and I think it's got peroxide mixed with alcohol mixed with water. They're claiming it's 75% water and 75% alcohol and 25% water vapor. It's all like vapor. I'm starting to think otherwise, because there's a movement of chemicals that happened from a big corporation, and they sent them something like 20, however many tons of peroxide. Why would you need peroxide? Why? And if you're helping them, why would it be like, if you're helping somebody, it would be, okay, here's some meals ready to eat, some MREs, some ice water. No, they sent them peroxide. So I think that has a lot to do with the way that the fog comes up almost like a white mist. So I'm not sure exactly what's in that spray, but I'm gonna get to the bottom of that. I will find out what's in that spray in China. I will find it if it's on anywhere in the internet or anybody. I'll find out what's in that spray, because we need to know what kills this stuff. But even though bleach stock went up and all this other stuff, I think that might go down after that news report and once it gets around, because now I've done put it on Twitter and I've done put it up, and a friend of mine, Texas Rattler, shared it and stuff. They had actually, we were blocked on Twitter. We were in Twitmo, okay, for 2 hours the other day. And it was people who were unverified and people who were also putting out truth. So they shut us all down. And then we could like things, but we couldn't post. You couldn't tweet. You couldn't do anything. So once we got back on there, it pissed a lot of people off, and they started putting out some more truth of what was going on with other stuff. So Twitter's playing games. That's fine. Evidently, this game China's playing, they've started the game. They're going to lose it. It seems like they, like I said, they opened up Pandora's box. Now, where that leaves what's going on over there is their government's probably, I would actually imagine, because they are now stuffing people in steel boxes in the back of pickup trucks. I just put up a tweet where they took a woman out of her car. She was screaming and stuff. She fell to the ground a little. She didn't hit that hard, and she didn't hit her head or nothing, but she was crying, I think because they stuck her with a needle. But then after that, either they stuck her with a needle and gave her a shot of something that made her comatose, and then they just stood up, and then she's just laying there in this discombobulated, different kind of her arms sticking out to the sides. No one would naturally lay that way. This woman they gave her a shot of something to sedate her or to kill her. They're shooting people with bullets. They're welding shut whole apartment complexes and saying, you're not coming out now. And I don't even know if they're feeding those people, but they're like, you're in there and until you die kind of thing. They used to put seals on the doors. Now they're welding doors shut to apartment complexes. And so you can be in your apartment. It used to be that they would let one person out every twice a week to get food. Now they won't even do that. Because they're low on masks and everything else too. The people over there, because it's a law, you have to have something on your face covering, but they don't have masks. They're taking grapefruit and putting on their face with strings. One dude had a plastic bottle on his head. Another person used a tampon kind of thing, a maxi pad on his face. Another guy had a diaper with holes in it on his face that he could look through, and he called that a mask. Look, they're all going to get it. And even the surgical masks are not good. The paper masks, like I said, you can get one of those N95s, but that really is just for a surgeon not to put germs on a patient. It's not for him. There's holes on each side. Unless you get a good seal, you need to use a rubber 3M type mask that's for chemicals, like a chemical tanker like I was using, but only it would need to be a biological filter. It'd be a different filter. So just know that I'm getting numbers up and down about who's in the room. The whole thing's crazy about my signal. I just wanted to put the word out that cleaners don't kill it, and that's per the CDC. That's per a video I'm fixing to drop in the link, and you can listen to them. And the woman starts talking about it. The video is about a guy in Beaumont, Texas, that they are testing and won't have the results back yet. Or maybe they'll get it today, because it's been a couple days, but I just got it. I just found it. Beaumont, Texas, at some Baptist hospital, a guy is tested for coronavirus. So at the end of that, a question and answer thing with a woman talking about, results are negative. Okay, fine. What she said on that was that the CDC says that bleach won't kill it. And like I said, in all of my training, all of my knowledge, bleach kills everything. So if bleach don't kill this stuff, they really designed it real good. And that's why they said on InfoWars that Trump has headed up a task force to actually investigate and find out where this stuff come from, who designed it, kind of thing. Now, I can put up a link to that InfoWars just to the page. I'll find it. I put up one for Texas Rattler's tweet on it. And maybe I did put the link to the other one too. I don't know. This is just mind-boggling for me. It's too much for me to understand or to get my brain wrapped around or to believe that they have actually invented something that will live in bleach, that will live in any kind of cleaner. Now, like I said, I don't know about the alcohol, because they're claiming in China that they're spraying alcohol with water. If that's true, that means alcohol must kill it. But maybe it doesn't. And if it's alcohol mixed with peroxide, maybe it takes that to kill it. There's some people are saying that these pieces of this virus, even though it's growing inside you, repel each other and push each other away and become airborne, almost like a gas or a vapor. I mean, it's 2020. They were doing research on anthrax, back in the 60s or 70s, and they created weapon grade anthrax. This is weapons grade coronavirus. And it has got, now they've admitted to a 15% death rate. in China, and that's all they're admitting to. And if it's an 85% contract rate, but now they're saying this though, because there are people in the United States who are they're healthier over there, believe it or not, in China. They walk around everywhere. You are not going to see an overweight person in China, and they will ridicule you if you are, and they'll say it to your face, and they have no qualms about it. So the thing is, if you have any kind of a health issue like what they're saying over here, that 1 out of 2 people has diabetes or is leaning towards having diabetes, that you have a higher risk factor of death. They're saying 1 out of every 4 or every 5 people that gets it will die. So worldwide, that's a big number. Now, I don't know about in the US. Like I said, I don't know what they're going to do about what type of a AIDS cocktail thing. It's a Hail Mary pass at this point. They don't have a cure. They will never have a cure, ever. And this is something worse than SARS was. They had 17 years to cure SARS and they didn't. This is SARS 7.0, okay? They need to call it something better, like the way it sprays out. I don't know, man. I was talking about the Chisol that they're spraying over there. It's like Lysol that's been whatever. That Chisol stuff, I'll find out what's in it. This stuff here, though, I don't know if the Chisol should be called Wuhan number 5 or like O to Corona or O to COV. This stuff here, though, the actual disease, they're gonna have to come up with another name of it, because they're trying to act like it's a flu, but it's not. And the mainstream media is finally starting to go away from that, because they realize, okay, look, the jig is up. Too many smart people know what's going on. It needs another name. People are thinking of it as a flu. It's not. It doesn't even cause the flu symptoms. It causes pneumonia symptoms. It jumps right to that. It's water in your lungs. It won't even bother your upper respiratory until it's already got water in your lungs. And you'll fall down. These people are falling down and having seizures, and then they die. So it acts like a nerve agent towards the end. And I mentioned that, and then this famous dude on there, I didn't recognize. He's some kind of a person that, like a director of movies, I guess, or whatever. And what's his name? I've been tagging him in much stuff. Alex Do. Oh man. Anyhow, I forget his name. So I brought him up to speed with it, because he was saying, hey, look, I thought the same thing about the nerve agent part of it, because he said it made sense. So I started following him on there. You can find him on Twitter. Because I'm like, hey, you know, I don't follow people that are famous, but he's an intellectual. He seems smart, and he's trying to figure out what's going on. So I tagged him on all the stuff I'd put up, catch him up to speed, and still I stick to the same model that I had before, except for the fact that they're saying it's even if China is admitted to a 15% death rate, and everybody else is saying it's closer to 17.8 or 18, and if the R naught value, the RO, the transmission value from one person to another, is now, they're saying 4.08. That's 5 months, and everyone in the United States will have it. 5 months, it will be everyone. Not it will be here, not it'll be everyone on the planet. 7.6 billion people. Some people say there's 7.7 or 7.8, however many there are, they will all have it. Everyone will have it. So when we all have it, because now definitely bleach and stuff don't kill it, we will all be fighting it, and a certain percentage of us will die. Do I believe I'm going to live? Probably not, because it was a doctor in a hospital who had access that on his break he could have taken a test to see if he had it, and he had access to medical care right away and oxygen and all this stuff, and there you go. So you won't notice when you fall over and pass out. You'll start doing seizures when nobody knows how to help you. You'll need oxygen, but you're going to also have that nerve agent thing going on, and you're going to die. So basically, you'll need a body bag and a crematorium to take care of you. Because you know, I put it on there. Hey, look, if the Chinese crematoriums get too full, they can always do what they did in the Great Wall of China. In case you don't know what happened there, when they were building the Great Wall of China, if someone died, they just push them in the wall, and they would fill up over them, and they saved on materials, and they also finished the wall, and they got rid of the body. So the Great Wall of China is one big memorial, or you call it a gravestone, to the people in it. Truthfully, they could build a couple more miles with the people that's going to die. Wuhan's got 11 million. We're talking, some people are saying, you know, how many millions and millions. I said somewhere between, you know, like 800,000 and 3 million worldwide. I don't know how many are going to die in the United States. I don't know what steps they're going to take, and I don't know if we have some kind of a magical mystery vaccine that we are working on behind the scenes, but it's not going to be a vaccine. It's going to be, okay, it's going to be like the slap packs that they have in the military, basically. It's not going to be something you're going to want to give yourself because the side effects may be worse than the disease at first, okay? So understand that there are things that could kill you that you could wish that you had never had to take. That's just the truth about it. And I don't know what they're working on or what they have. But evidently it's not going to be bleach because bleach won't kill it, or most household cleaners. So, and they moved a movement of how many tons of peroxide in China. So if that's what they're adding to the alcohol in that vapor, I'll find out what's in that vapor. I'll put a link up to what we got. But so InfoWars reported that the president's got people investigating who started this and who created this thing. And then they say now from the CDC that bleach won't kill it. So I'll read a couple comments and I'm gonna get off this thing. I'll put a link up to what y'all really want to watch, which is 5 minutes to 5 minutes and 30 seconds in on a video where they're doing a news report about the guy in Beaumont, Texas. Is when they start doing the answer and question thing. And the lady said, this is a frequently asked question. Will household cleaners do anything with it? And the answer is no. So let's see. Could we have something in writing on the CDC from this topic? Call them. You could call the news reporter and ask them who she spoke with in the CDC. Then you could call them, and yes, you could get something in writing from the CDC, I'm sure. How's using liquid silver solutions such as silver and silver brand? Silver itself, I don't think will kill all of the particles of this thing as it's made to disperse. So I wouldn't know it. Anything will help though. And they say that, you know what, there's a guy, Michael Savage. Listen to him, and he's one of the smartest people I've heard. He's got some kind of a degree on health and all kinds of remedies and stuff, and he even said the best thing you can do is get enough sleep. So get a lot of sleep and you will do more for your immunity. And also don't work out real hard, because if you go to do a workout, it weakens your body. So regular workout, yes. Strenuous workout, you'll be weak for a few days and your immune system's compromised. So get enough sleep. Don't work out too hard. Definitely get you a rubber kind of a mask from 3M and try to get your hands on a gas mask because it's more biological if they've got that. Let's see. How did it get evolved? Well, it went through evolution after they let it loose. It's probably in like stage 3 now. Yeah, it was engineered in a biolab, but it was and Richard Buzzik put, thank you. Yeah, listen, I put more stuff up on Twitter than anything. My links are better than my videos. I'm just a trucker that, you know, when I was younger, I had pneumonia too. It almost killed me. So I've done a lot of research on different viruses and stuff. And this, because of the properties it had where people were shaking afterwards, I saw that looked like a nerve agent. And then when I saw the other properties it had, I was like, this is engineered. There's just no way. There is just no way. And they are taking them. They're not testing the people in the hospital that die outside that they can't even have time to watch, or I mean to check out or check in, or if you call it that, and to give them any kind of medical help at all. They can't even check them in. They're sitting in the waiting room. They die. They put them in a body bag and they put them to the incinerator. There's a bus that's taking them every however many minutes. It comes back and picks up 5 or 8 bodies. I think they go 8 to 15 in that shuttle bus. They go straight to the crematorium. There's a total of 30 stacks in the crematorium. They're burning 27 of them now, 24 hours a day. You can do the math that they can do about 230 or something like that cremations per day. They're running around the clock, and there's a line going into the crematorium of all these body bags. And that's just one place. But they have a regular shuttle bus that goes to the hospital. The body bags are piling up, and you're in a waiting room next to a body. So if you didn't have it when you got in there, you're definitely going to have it by the time you leave. But they don't have time to do the test. You die, and then so there's no knowing how many people have been incinerated because they were never even tested. And the test kits are so low, they're only testing the people that make it in from the waiting room. And so they're able to do, I think, something like 1,000 a day, but there's like 5,000 of them that are waiting, and so many of them die. And they are under a lot of pressure from the government not to say, we're at 100% capacity on the beds. So in order to do that, they get them out of the bed as soon as they can and may either send them home, or they will, like this one doctor's taking care of his wife, and she said she was wearing better protective gear than him, better protective suit, and she got it anyway. She got it anyway. I put that up there. It was video number 8 of that vlog. I'll put a link on this because y'all ain't all on Twitter, and I don't have another device to show you. So just understand that this stuff's so bad that a nurse who her husband's taking care of her with all this mask and all this stuff on and doing a video vlog. Vlog number 8, she says, if you keep bothering me, I'm going to hug you, you know, joking like she's going to give it to him. And then he says, it's okay, I've got the suit on. She says, I had a better suit on than you and was more protected when I got this. It's on camera, her saying that. So, this stuff is virulent, and it's gotten more virulent, and so it's probably about stage 3 on its evolution, and it's going to get to everyone on the planet. If bleach don't kill it, you're not going to be clean enough, and it disperses itself. So I'll find out what's in that Chisol shit. I'll find out a lot more stuff, but all you need to watch and listen to is that woman, and it's at 5 minutes and 30 seconds into a video, and she will tell you that bleach won't kill it and other household cleaners won't kill it. Even though it killed other viruses in the past, it won't kill this version. This version is a bioweapon. They're investigating it now. You're not going to hear it on the news. So make all the comments you want. I'll give you a second. I'm going to have some water and I'm going to get off this thing. Like I said, I'll put the link up and you can go at it, or you can check out everything on Twitter. People are putting the truth on Twitter. You know, you're not going to get this on the lamestream mainstream. It's only with people that are willing to put it out and tell people to help their fellow man. I mean, it's good to be clean. It's good to use wipes, all that stuff. Maybe to kill off the regular flu completely. But they're saying it won't kill this stuff. That's per the CDC. So I don't know what to say at this point. I've lost my mind over this stuff. I can't even get my mind wrapped around it. I talked to Rattler about it. And yeah. So, but I was the first one to say it was a bioweapon. I put it out before even InfoWars jumped on that stuff. And then they started seeing, oh yeah, it does this. And then everybody's saying, yeah, you're right. It does look like a nerve agent when they started to jump around. So they've added in some kind of a nerve agent. I wouldn't be surprised if it had sarin and VX and freaking half the stuff Chemical Ali wouldn't even touch in that stuff. And I don't think there's any kind of a cure for it. I think this is definitely an accidental let out of it. And people who have any kind of pre-existing condition. How about the human condition? How about the fact that we're all humans? We all have the human condition. They'll be blaming that as a pre-existing condition because they'll take the healthiest person ever, who never smoked, who didn't have diabetes, who didn't have HIV, who didn't have any kind of a TB, and it will eradicate those diseases because it's going to kill everybody that has them. Okay? It's going to kill everyone that has those diseases. So there will be no other diseases to worry about because everybody that has them will die. It's going to take them all out. And the hospitals, you'll be best to be the first one to get it if you're going to get it and live through it, because the hospitals will be overwhelmed. It's going to kill all the healthcare workers, all of them. So I'm just being honest about this. Yeah, that's disgusting, Icon. Thank you for that one. No. So, oh my God, only the people that follow me. So you see what I'm dealing with here, people. Icon, it's good to see you. Anyway, so look, no, nobody hug nobody. That's a new order. Listen, I'm gonna put this up as an Operation Hot Biscuit, and I'm giving an order for this operation. Nobody hugs nobody until further notice. Nobody gets near nobody for further. I'll tell you what, too. There's gonna be a new way of talking. It's gonna be louder and further away, and that's all. So yeah, it's going to be, let me tell you what it does too. This virus, when you get it, it will be, you get it, you'll find out about it 4 days to 7 days later. By the 12th day, you'll definitely know about it. It could be in incubation or whatever you call it, but you're still contagious. Everybody you're in contact with, you got to have a contact tree, remember where they're all at. They just had somebody that was only in contact, not even in contact. He was at some kind of a place that he was around this person for 15 seconds and he got it. There's a video up on that too that I put a link to on Twitter. So in 15 seconds around this person, this guy got it, and I don't know if he died from it, but he was like 60. So, and he got full on the effects of it. So and they traced down where that person went to before him. So there's a contact tree they'll do, but you'll have it for however many days until you show signs, and then it'll be 2 different stages, and then when you get to the 3rd stage, whether you die or not, whether you become critical or not, but then in the end you just fall over and you'll start convulsing, or not convulsing, sorry, it's more of a nerve agent. It's not even a throat response. It's more of a just jumping around, a neurological toxin, if you call it that. So I don't know what all's in this, but they have found that it's got all these other markers that aren't right, stuff that shouldn't be in there. And it doesn't matter about what they add, about how small of a particle it is. It matters about what damage they cause to the virus while they were trying to get it in there. Like, it almost like punches a hole in everything to get in there in the first place, and that's bigger than all of it. So it's very detectable. It's going to have a fingerprint. I don't know where they're going to find what markers. They're going to have to know what all's in it. They're going to have to find something that kills everything. And for 17 years, they could not kill SARS or MERS. They're not going to come up with a cure for this in the 6 months it will take for it to be worldwide. So everybody will have it worldwide. There won't be a cure. And probably 4 or 5 months now at this point with a 4.0 transmission. So yeah, they're actually doing that, by the way, Icon. There's people in Wuhan that are licking stuff on shelves and trying to personally to give this virus to other people. They were coughing, they take off their mask and they cough on the people at the hospitals. There's going to be crazy stuff like that probably everywhere. Let me scroll on this here. DDCC retracted. Yeah, so you don't have to retract your message, by the way. I'm not going to delete nothing. Y'all just do what you do. I'm getting off this thing, though. I'm fixing to get off this thing. Just watch the rewind. Check out the video link I'm going to put up. All you need to know is there's no stopping it. And they're going to try to find out who designed it. And I got to be honest with you. I think it was that couple out of Canada that sent them 2 of them. They even showed that they had signed in to that weapons lab in Wuhan. That they had not just visited the town. They signed into that place. So... but I don't think they're the ones that got it. I think, and it could have been something to do with that banquet. There was a banquet of a whole bunch of people in there. Crazy stuff is going on, and just around that time, it was back in November. They said they might have known about it in Thanksgiving. There was some kind of a banquet that they held, and there was people that were talking about the pandorasbox situation. Now, I even said it sounds like maybe somebody took the samurai approach and fell on their own sword. When the samurais were not needed anymore, and they killed all their enemy, they looked around, they saw their enemy was dead, and they fell on their own swords because they said there was no more use for them. So maybe that guy was like, I went to college and all for this, to kill someone else, and we need to be dead. And maybe he fell on his own sword. Maybe he said, no, it's going to be released right here. But there's been accidental releases in the past out of that same facility. One of them was SARS. I'm sure of it. So this is SARS 7.0. That's what I'm going to call it. I'm going to start calling it SARS 7.0 from now on. Piss on the NCOV 2019 that they're never going to find a cure for. It's all lies. It's all lies, people. They can't come up with a name for it, much less to cure it. And now they realize it's so virulent and it's went into another stage but they went back and they checked it out, and they know now it was designed. They can't find a cure for it. And even if the task force to design it says, no, it was actually natural and really come from snakes and this and that, that's a lie too. Nothing lives through bleach. Even SARS even Ebola could be killed in bleach. So I'm gonna get off this thing. Y'all stay safe, okay? I'm out. I'm gonna drop the links. You need to watch those links. It'll be in the description, and I'll try to put it in the comments too. So I'm out, people. Y'all stay safe. Peace.